Trust the Profits. It's your boy, The Formula, here, and we have another Derby Spotlight. This time I'm talking about Publisher, and I am at the Global Brew Tap House here in Schaumburg, Illinois. Getting my drink on, getting a little bit of that hazy IPA in me. It is delicious. As we're talking about Publisher, bit of an enigma. Been saying some of these sources are interesting. That term gets overused, I'm sure. Publisher is unique, though, in fact, that he has yet to win a race. How is it possible a horse gets this far on the Derby Trail without winning a race? Hasn't happened in quite some time. Steve Asmussen's the trainer here. Irad Ortiz gets the mount. American Pharaoh the sire. 5 in the money finishes, 2 seconds, 3/3 in 7 races. Horse has been well raced. Biggest win, NA. Style, I put deep closer, but let's talk about that in a little bit here because I think this is an interesting horse in the fact that, oh boy, here we go. I'm using that word again. In the respect that, well, we'll show you when we get to his PP in a second here. I think what we know of him recently in terms of being a deep closer is not necessarily who he was in his first few races. So that's something to investigate and to consider potentially. Woo, got some hot peppers in there. Okay, pros. He gets one of the top jockeys in Irad Ortiz. That's a premium for him, right? Getting Irad Ortiz up in the Derby, you got to think that that improves your chances. Had Flavian Pratt the last 2 races and showed better. Yeah, Irad Ortiz getting them out there. That's pretty exciting if you are a publisher. Looked great, looks great at the end of races, shows a great close. All these horses tiring around him, he just moves right past them when he finds a spot. Extra distance should suit the horse well. As they've been bumping up in distance, moving up to 8.5 furlongs and then 9 furlongs, he's been looking better and better. He is getting a good look at the end of these races as long as he doesn't get trapped in traffic. Now, the cons, never won. Would be breaking his maiden at the Derby if he did. This would be the first time since 1933 when Broker's Tip won. Isn't that something? Yeah, it could be almost 100 years if Publisher wins in this upcoming Derby. Something to watch for. First time with Irad, switching from Pratt. So he's switching to a great jockey, but at the same time, this is the first time he's been with Irad. So is there going to be any issue there? Is there going to be any personality clashes between horse and jockey? Remains to be seen. I also say that this horse needs a dream ride in order to navigate traffic because we've seen him get into situations before. I think the Rebel is one of those situations where he had to sort of pop out around horses, maybe not expend his energy in the most efficient way. So he really needs to set himself up well in order to see his way there in a 20-horse field like the Derby. And the other thing I want to point out, he's not the only closer out there, right? We've got a lot of closers. I've talked about a bunch already, and there's more closers than anything else in this race, in my opinion, although there are a lot of pace setters as well. Is he the best? Is he improving enough to the point where he would be the best, or would he be able to find his way in the money? You got Sandman out there. You got Final Gambit, who I really like. There's a bunch of them out there. Is he the one? Is he going to be the best one? So that remains to be seen with Publisher. Let's look at that past performance, shall we? What do I look at here? So look at those first 3 races and look at why I call him a deep closer, especially the last 2 races. First call, 16 lengths back. Woo. Second call, 8 lengths back and 7 lengths back, right? So pretty far back there. Even down the stretch in the Rebel, he's 7 lengths back, managed to get up to 3 lengths. That's a nice improvement there. That's what I like to look for. 1 length back in the Arkansas Derby and then fell back to 2 as Sandman really pushed past him in that one. It looked like Publisher might be able to take it away, but Sandman really stepped up. Now let's look at those 4 maiden races down below. What do you notice there? First call and second call, 3 lengths, 1 length, 2 lengths, 2 lengths, 3 lengths, 2 lengths, 2 3/4, 2 1/4. This is not the Publisher I know. This is not the Publisher that I've seen in the past few graded stakes races. This is a stalker here. Is that what's going to be? Is that what we're going to see? I say probably not because I'm looking at all the race times here. I'm looking at the splits. So Arkansas Derby, as we know, was blistering, 45 seconds there. The Rebel also 45 seconds at the 4 furlong mark. Modicat Road setting a pretty hot pace in that one. Maybe this is just a horse that is very good at running at his own pace, lets everyone pass him, and he rallies at the end. But there's a chance here that maybe something else is going on. He's holding back, and they fix something, and he becomes a stalker. Maybe, because there's two 8.5 furlong races in there where he was just 2 lengths off the lead, and yeah, didn't get it done. Came close in both, but yeah, didn't necessarily get it done. All right, so let me try to do some finagling here with one screen. I remove this, and then I add in this. No, let's not do that one yet. That is the Arkansas Derby. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. I don't have a topic in mind right now, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share here. Let's take a look at that Rebel. Let's start with that. Add it to the stage. We got the Rebel here. The horse you're going to want to focus in on is the 6. That is our horse here. He is off, tentative, holds back, not aggressive at all. Let's Modicat Road get up there, the 5. Let's Modicat Road get up to the front. Is content to hold back, almost in the back. Next to, I believe that's Sandman is the 3 horse. So yeah, he's sitting there next to the gray. Modicat Road. Going to see him run those blistering paces now. I'm going to fast forward this just a hair here because he's just way back there and we don't even see him in the screen half the time. All right, so now Modicat Road still out in front there. We can see Sandman making a move back there. We see behind him the 6. If you could see where I'm at there, behind the 4 is the 6. That's our guy. That's Publisher. He's starting to make his move now, but he still has like a pack of horses in front of him. Try to track him now. He's behind Sandman. He's next to the 4, getting through those trees at Oak Lawn. So he's behind the 4, getting a little bit trapped in there. So there's a lot of horses. Sandman pops out. What does he do? He jumps into the pack there, bounces around, gets squished a little bit. No. Yeah, gets squished a little bit, gets railed, and then he pops out right behind Sandman. Sandman he figures out where he's going. Sandman has no idea where he's running, by the way. That is the fun thing about Sandman. He is closing hard along with him, and they have a strong finish. I like it. I like that a lot. All right, so let's remove that, and let's add something else to the stage here. After we remove that, we are now going to show the Arkansas Derby. That's going to be a fun one to bring up, right? So Arkansas Derby, a little bit of a different race. Yes, that's us. I'm going to add that to the stage here because otherwise you guys don't get to see it. Mistakes were made previously. All right, now we're looking at the 2 horse here. The 2 horse is our horse. He's running. No, the 3 horse is our horse. My bad. Let's take a look at that again. Rewind. The 3 horse is our horse. What happens here? Checks up once again. Everyone's in front of him. He lets him go. And guess what? The 9 and the 5 are going to get real stupid right now. That's right. Speed King and Cornucopian are going to turn this into a 4.5 furlong all-out sprint. They're already doing it. Our 3 horse is way back there. He's enjoying the ride. He's taking in the views. He's good. Speed King and Cornucopian. I mean, there's moments here where you see the jockey on Speed King look back. He's like, how far back are the rest of these horses? What is this guy doing on Cornucopian? Like, the moments here is, what is going on? Turns his head back there. I think he's trying to cool down Speed King, but he's not having it. Looking back, it's like, how the hell are we doing this? 22:46. That is just nutballs. Still going hot. I mean, we might see this pace at the Derby, but you shouldn't be doing it here. 45:21. That is ludicrous speed. Pull out some Spaceballs gifts or something because this is just getting nutty. We're like a mile in front of everyone else right now, but it is going to come in pretty quickly here. So our horses are coming up. We're going to be patient here. We got the 3, I believe. Yeah, I think it's the 5 here is going to be the 6. I'm sorry. So the 6 Sandman making his way up. Our 3 is right there. He is charging up. Guess what? He didn't get blocked in. He's following Sandman like he did last time. He knows Sandman is going to find him a path. And now he's going to try to pass Sandman, but Sandman has too much. Sandman pulling away. Our horse Publisher's coming at him. Sandman then blocks him because Sandman, like I said, he runs funny. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time. I feel like he's got 2 left eyes or something. He's making it in there, eventually straightens it out, and pulls ahead by 2 lengths. That is Publisher and Sandman, the sequel. Yeah, so Publisher, if he can get past Sandman, he might be pretty good. But if he just follows Sandman and Sandman finds his way to the promised land, you get a 30-1 horse underneath. That looks pretty sexy as well. Final thoughts, getting better in each of the races, has gotten close, but definitely needs the right circumstances. As we saw, if he gets blocked in, that's bad. Flavian found a way around, though, this last time. Part of it was Cornucopian and Speed King blistering out there. Maybe we'll get some IRAD needling work through there. Remains to be seen. But yeah, finishing strong might help him get a piece. And I'm not saying he might win, but he might be there for a piece. If he sees Sandman out there, he finds his buddy, follows him through, maybe he gets in for something there. So that is my feelings on Publisher. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you watch the rest of our videos and have yourself a good night. Good luck at the Derby.